Okay. In this video I'm going to talk a little bit about repair. This is an antelope. As we can see, we got the end point chipped off of this one here. So I'm just going to show you how I would fix that here. I already went ahead, I took a little bit of molding latex, I went ahead on this side and I just molded the tip because that's what we're replacing. Now when we're doing this, when we put it on, we'll end up using the back side, so I just did the end. It's not the same exact cast because it's the opposite side, but I just did the end, and I'll put this on. Should be able to match up pretty good. And we just took a little molding latex, and then I used a little bit of the smooth cast, and we'll have our little mold there. You can see it's in an exact cast off the other side, so it's the exact same size. So when we go ahead and flip it over to this side, we're going to have the same look on the tip. And then to fill in the rest of this, we're just going to use an epoxy sculpt or magic sculpt. Whichever one you have. I'll be using magic sculpt for this one. And that's just a 50-50 mix. I use the white magic sculpt. What we're going to do, because if we use this like this, it's going to have a really hard sheen. It's going to give us a shine that we don't really want to see. We're just going to mix a little less than an equal part in just a solid clay. So we're basically doing 1-to-1, and then probably close to 1, but not quite, probably a 3/4 of what 1-to-1. And that'll kind of give us a epoxy that is not quite as shiny. Okay. Now we have it mixed up pretty good, and you want to make sure that's mixed completely together so that it sets up. If not, you have little spots that might not set up, and then we're just going to kind of it's not going to be a bad idea to kind of take calipers. You can kind of see about where I need to go there, just so you're not making it too big. Looks like we're going to be pretty close to pretty much being on the edge there. We're just going to take our epoxy. We're just going to take our Magic Smooth here and blend it into the broken area here. Just looking at your other side, you just want to match it the best that we can. Get it pretty close. And if you wanted to, you could actually rebuild this whole time with just this epoxy that we mixed up. You wouldn't really have to cast the point. I just did that because it makes it just slightly easier to match up, but it's not necessarily a big crucial thing. once we have that rebuilt, we're just going to kind of take a upholstery pin here, just dip it a little bit in the water, and we just kind of want to add the texture to the lines into that epoxy work. And if we just soften them a little bit, if you made them a little too deep, just take a wet finger and slightly go over that, and that'll give us a rebuilt tine. We'll end up painting it to match here, but we're gonna let this set up for now, and then we should be able to get these to match pretty closely. As you can see, we have it fixed and we have it kind of blended in here. I don't really have a color pattern here. I just kind of throw colors on until we get a pretty close match. I use airbrush and then I kind of mix paint pastels in until I get a pretty close color. When we seal it, you just want to make sure you're using a flat sealer. You don't want to go anything that gives you too much of a sheen, just so it blends in a little bit better with your other ones. If you have a sheen, a shiny finish, you'll notice it a little bit more. But that's pretty much how you do repairs. This would be for like an antelope horn. This concept pretty much the same on a whitetail if you're fixing tines there. Method's a little bit different. You can blend them in a little different. They're going to blend a little different because of different colors, but they're all similar repairs. But this is kind of how I do the repairs here.